So the 22nd of February, the 23rd. The 22nd was from the time that Jonathan Kleck made his video on October 20th, 2020, and he said he was just getting started. Well, there was 70 weeks exactly to 2/22/2022. So what happened on the 70th week? Or evening into the morning, the 23rd. What happened? Well, war didn't, destruction didn't happen in Philadelphia. But the beginning of World War III, kicking it off, that's the beginning of these major wars, rumors of wars, like no other. I've never seen Putin get so involved, our president get so involved. I've never seen Jonathan Kleck say, well, it's official, World War III kicking off with this video today. I've never seen Steve Bannon talk about World War III, it's happening. Russia is tired of paying, because he's tired of paying the bills for Hunter Biden, Joe and Hunter Biden. So Russia, the king, is tired of paying the bill. World War III jumping off, and on the 22nd, February 2022, when I drive by lot, when you cast a lot, the 222 parking lot at 17th and Race, where the third temple was being built there by Hunter Roberts. And so that means 3 weeks in exactly 21 days. If you go from the 23rd in exactly, because that's 5 days to the end of this month, right? And if you go to 3:16, John 3:16, that's going to take you to 21 days. Evening into the morning, February 22nd, 23rd, John 3:16, and one of Steve Bannon's last videos about 3:16, John, that's quoted so often. So with John 3:16 and Route 3, C3 Abaddon sheep slaughter. Destruction is wide and broad to the street. Narrow is the path, like a narrow gate, but not that gate, because even if there was $1 million in that gate, it's not, you can keep the gift and give it to another. But I will interpret your dream, what's your name again? King Belshazzar? Because your father, King, you know, your father, he had those vessels, and I don't know what else to say, but time's up. So time's up. But here's the thing. When Jonathan Kleck did his video the other day and said about the U.S. currency and the spirit of Christ, when it leaves, all hell is going to break loose. Remember those towers right there, both of them, 1 and 2. They're twin towers. The one to the left is Liberty 2. That's at 50 South 16th Street, like the 16th Chapel. And that one is 848 feet tall. And at 8:48 a.m. on October 21st, 2020, that streams of water right there, 17th JFK, right across the street, it stopped at 8:48 a.m. Jonathan Kleck wanted to tell me to go down there so he would show me that it's going to stop. So I would know that he is God. But Barack Obama's the one that said it. They're both twin towers. That's like the host body. See 9/11 upside down, backwards, Broad Street. And then 945 feet tall is Liberty 1. I've been saying the second 9/11 in Philly for quite some time. The bombing on the back of the $50 bill, because that's 50 South 16th Street, Liberty 1, and on the back of a $50 bill, if I can do a quick drive-by, I can show you that the building is at 17th and JFK, and it has the look on the back of a $50 bill when you fold it, and the $50 bill has a 5 and another 5 and then a fifth, and then the T is cut, so it's like a 555. And because that's at 17th and JFK, and that is Penn Center Building 8, and there are 3 8s that's wrapped around that building, and Jonathan Kleck's name equals 888 in gematria, and Hunter Biden's name equals 888s in gematria, and 222 parking lot you cast a lot at 17th and Race, where that third temple building's being built, the cathedral, that is being built by Hunter Roberts. Everything's about tying in all things together. That way, it's not just one connection that makes it. It's a bunch of connections. Arch Street, Love Park. That guy just ran over a curb. Somebody's making a phone call. Here's JFK Boulevard, Jonathan Fargo Kleck Boulevard, because it's Wells Fargo. Because the banks are ran by, the U.S. currency, and it's Jonathan Kleck's artwork that's on the back of the U.S. That is the new U.S. currency. California's calling, 707 area code. And he also drew Obama's portrait. Did you hear that was true? So whoever just called me has the ability, in all likelihood, that's watching it right now. It's just anything to stand out in a different way, because there's no rhyme or reason to do any of it. Some tactics are just purely ignorant, and others are funny. But all in all, gang stalking needs to stop. So there's Penn Center Building 8. That's the main 8. Around the corner there's 3 of them. I'm not going to go that way, but because it's a traffic jam over there. But it is Chase Bank. On the back of a $50 bill right there. Looks like there's a bombing on the 3rd floor. 17th JFK is where that, across the street, caddy corner, is where the Woodard decided to turned on for the first time all year on July 8th, 7/8/2020 at 8:46 a.m. And that's the same time that the first tower was hit with the first 9/11 that happened in Gomorrah. I believe that would be Gomorrah. 4321 before the fire is over here. And hey, Robin Henry Tees, be still and know that I am Adam Ben David, something or another. That's what 4321 before the fire says. Well, 4321 in Gematria. And look how cool that is. There's St. Peter and Paul Basilica. With the cathedral showing its mirror image twin. And this is the main corner because you got Italy, Bolivia, well, let me do it like this. Let me do a walk around tour. This is stop 8, tour 8. Brazil. But let me start at the beginning of the corner. So right here you have Italy. Across the street, Sweden. Next corner, Switzerland. Poland is at 18th and JFK Boulevard. So I'll give you a tour from left to right. Belgium, because all these nations are coming here. That's why the Ethiopians and I think the Libyans or something will be at the doorstep. They're down there. Africa's down there. Belarus is at Q1. Barbados has this E for a pitchfork. Bangladesh, R1. The Bahamas. Austria. Not Australia, but Austria. Australia, S1. Armenia. Argentina, T1. Angola. Algeria. And then the one at the very corner, Albania at U1. U1, right here. In other words, I won. But you won, and so did U2 is across the street. I just want to make sure. Can you get that in there? I won. I won, Israel. You won. And so did you too. Now on the very left-hand corner, the first flag is Israel. And all nations are coming to the point where you won. You won. Second, the whales in the belly of the whale. Venezuela, T2, or 2 T's, or whatever, one or the other. Now, this is a tough one to pronounce, because is it Uruguay or Uruguay? Uruguay? And then S2. United Kingdoms. United Arab Emirates. And then Ukraine. So this is what all the talk is about right now. Right here. Ukraine is crossing over to Poland. So Ukraine is facing the third temple up there. Even between those two, it's like the third one in between. You can already see St. Peter Paul's Basilica, even in that corner, at the very top. See that? There's the real one. You see it a couple times. And then, so Ukraine, and then Turkey, R2. Obviously, I think there's a D2 up there. Because that's right where these 3 fallen angels are coming down. A male, female in his arms. Holding all 3 of them up. Because that's the Tuscan girl. It's right there at Trinidad and Tobago. Right there at the Victory Brew. V for Victory. And then Q2 Thailand. Q2. Tanzania. And then it's back to Switzerland, Sweden, Poland, and Italy. China's right around the corner there. So on this side of Italy, Bolivia, P1. Everything's just for the record. There's your hypodermic needle. That doesn't have a name anywhere. In Brazil. I'll have to do another video where, because for the record in the future, so I can pinpoint areas. I would like to know a roundabout when I hear about these countries and people interacting to get their names. It's getting blurry though. Cambodia. Cameroon. Twin libraries. One is, I think, the sheriff's office in Canada. So if someone is the king of Canada, and that's like your domain, and over here, this side of the twin system, where you see the grass, the green, like the Green New Deal from above. Poland is on where St. Peter and Paul Basilica is. I heard Steve talking about Canada today, so maybe you're connected in there or something. I was saying Iran, but the chilies right here, the stew, the chili simmering, 6 stuffed peppers. Canada and Chile, a 4 batches of 6 stuffed peppers. Ah man. 19th Street, right in the dead center. And so China's right here in the dead center. 05, 5. Like there's 5 kings, or there's 5 wise virgins. And Canada's right here in the dead center of Logan Square. I'll go down to N1 and call it a day. Colombia. Because then after that, it's going to have to go all the way down to the art museum. Costa Rica. H1N1. I don't know, it looks like a fish, but it doesn't have a name. And then all those nations all the way down. So then China, because they're at the corner on the other side, men and women, all the world's a stage. Men and women are merely players. Shakespeare, your spear shake memorial, and that's the free library. So it's like that system is China's, and the ones next to them. That system over there, the sheriff's office, is like with Canada, Chile, and over that direction, the Green New Deal. You should probably get a new fog light. And then here's where I thought, it sounds like a trap. You got $1 million check in that gate, and all I got to do is go down there? Oh. All I got to do is just go back to Houston. And spend a night under the stars. Yeah, you're gonna see 3 frogs, but they've been cleansed. Don't worry about it. It's right around 6:10-ish around there. I paid half-hour parking. Kind of feels like I've been going at it for about a half hour. And then San Antonio in the gematria equals X mark. And in the dead center, when you look up, there's an X that marks the spot. Here's where you can go up the elevator. Across the street, Reptilian. What is that? The Museum of Arts or something? And then the gates of hell. You see the teeth, right? You just gotta go, the checks, it's down here a little bit more. It's $1 million. And Lazarus needs to come up out of the tomb. Either way, the tomb is empty. Because the bolts. And this is the heart of the earth here. Logan Square is the heart of the parkway. Sand. It's like desert ground. That's why you can write in the sand. You can act like you're not listening to them. And you can look at all these 12 trees, but this tree here was chopped down right out front of the tomb. And I have my reminder that because where I'm parked at, is no other lights to remind me that I gotta hurry up and go. And drive by. I'm gonna drive by Hunter Roberts. That's building that building right there. Hunter Roberts. There's Liberty One, lit up with red. Three V's, 3 victories. It disappeared. Don't be surprised if you see that building disappear just like that. 21 days from, 21 days from the Kleck's 70th week, where he was just getting started with something. Poland.